Good job, Janice. It's all up to Pistol now.
So, I guess I'll go get Pistol after they're done.
Well, I'm going to hand this to somebody else for the critique. Here, somebody. It's still running. All you have to do is point it their direction so we can get the critique.
Okay. And then how do I shut it off?
I'm going to go get Zappa.
Sam, how do I shut it off?
The little red button on the bottom left, touch that.
Oh, it's a touch screen? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to go get Zappa. You can do it.
Okay, warm him up. Pistol's concerning energy. Well, I'll hear one of the critiques and then I'll come. I don't want to wait.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
I mean, this is a strategic plan.
How long does it take to work them up?
I was wondering where you went.
It's just a
Best
wear.
feeling you get me all day.
All right, the next dogs. We're all struggling today. Sorry, man. I see a lot of good dogs. I think some of them are just not quite ready, or it's not quite firmed up yet. You know, it's not backed up yet. This is one of those things when, you're getting close and it's like, I'm there, but then you add the trial to it, right? Everybody gets nervous, the environment is different, so automatically it's like, you normally don't get the same performance like you do in training. It's just normal. We used to say like, well, if you start before, it's like, I think I get 70, you probably won't get it. But it's like, for sure I have 85, then at least if something goes wrong, right, you have a little cushion there. And so today we won't be, don't quite see that. So,
We need a
Carol
lot of
and
cushion.
Titus. The heel 2 and the heeling, I like to see a lot more attention and better positioning. The dog gets a lot of like forching, gets out of position to the side, the dog gets distracted here and there, and then again the dog gets even more out of position, and then needs some help here and there to get back into a better position. Crooked in the sits, very crooked sit in the group, those kind of things. Still borderline sufficient. Sit exercise, here too, the build up, the healing should be cleaner there. Then the dog already gets some help for the sit, some handler help with the sit and slowing down. This dog still moves down and continues there, and then you almost, or you don't give a real stop to make the dog sit there, so strong handler help there. The retrieve, dog, sorry, that was the sit. And the down, the here too, little handler help, a little slowing, and should be better in the build-up, in the healing. Then little crooked in the front sit. Not crooked per se, it's straight, but it's a little offset, right? Should be more centered. How's that? The retrieve should be calmer with the dumbbell, and a better sit, better presentation in front. Basically, no presentation really. The dog kind of moves around a little bit, left and right, runs around, and needs some help to actually comes into the front a little closer so you can get the dumbbell. And then very strong chewing, a lot of playing with the dumbbell there. The jump exercise, I don't know if you heard, you probably prepared the dog with the previous one, but again here, right? If the dog leaves and is out there, basically the exercise started and then it's no redo. Again, I did the same thing for you I did before. Let's redo it and see where we ended up. But normally if that happens, then once the dog has already started the exercise, there is no chance to redo an exercise. So just so you're really aware of that. But then even on the second attempt there, it's like we missed the first jump and then a lot of little things in addition to that. The wall, the dog should be calmer and more controlled in the start position there. Then otherwise the jumping was very nice. And the dog can drop back there, but the dog does pick it up. The front front sit, the presentation should be better, the front and the finish and the obedience, but that was for me still a good exercise, all considered, because the jumping was really, really nice there. At that time I was still kind of like, maybe we can make it work, right? It's like the rest goes well, we'll make it work. But then the send out, right? Basically no send out at all. And on the long down, the dog from the beginning is kind of restless, moves around a little bit here and there, and then later really gets out of position and way out of there. So sorry, but today 57. I know. I'm hurting too. It's not something I like to do. Frisco, right?
Yes.
Here too, the healing started out not that great, right? A lot of out of position front. It's kind of like, not that he didn't have the attention, but just the dog is kind of overly excited, kind of jumping around and wants to do something and getting out of position. Now, the longer it took, actually the dog got better and better. I don't know if you noticed, but the position got better. We're still not like perfect, we're still a little bit on the crowding side, but way better than it was in the beginning. So the dog really started to settle in there, and you also had a good attention then. I really liked it. Borderline good exercise for me. Sit exercise, we have a little hand held there. I don't know if you noticed, but when you do the sit, it's like your hand kind of like, probably coming left over from training, I would think, right? So watch that, but otherwise a very good exercise, very good sit. The down here too, but just minor, but still a little hand to help with the hands. Just watch yourself a little bit. Then the dog, it's more a sit than a putz. Yeah, the dog is not really going down. It's like, it doesn't look quite like a perfect sit, but it's definitely not a putz. So like the dog was sitting, is like, should I or not? Then the dog anticipating the recall, right? Should wait a little longer there. The recall itself is very nice. I like the speed, the coming in straight, very, very nice picture there. But of course the control before and after, and then little crooked in the finish. So unfortunately insufficient, that exercise. On the retrieve, very strong, very lot of chewing, right? The dog should be much calmer with the dumbbell. And then little too early to finish. So make sure when the dog comes back there, you wait a little bit before you take the dumbbell. Once you take the dumbbell and get your position, you wait a little bit and then do it. It's like as soon as like out, cruise, right? And what we really like to see is, we like to see if there really is the control and the dog is waiting for your commands. And not like, I know, I gave you the dumbbell, I know I have to finish, so I just do it, right? So that's what we don't want to see. So make sure in training you give it some time. Maybe sometimes instead of taking it, maybe you finish yourself. Make the dog guess a little bit and not know like this is what's coming all the time. Okay? Those are minor things, but it's something just to think about. Jump. The dog gets up. The dog stands there instead of really waiting. Before the dog gets the command there, then we don't have the back. I like the touch on the way out. I don't know if it just hurt them a little bit because the dog kind of like this, and it's like maybe that's why you didn't get the back jump.
I know.
I'm not sure.
Usually if he got
But
he
it
usually
almost
goes
was
over,
like,
but-
hey, it kind of hurt on the way out there. Maybe I don't do it. I had that feeling. It's just for me, it seemed that way. So no back jump, and then again chewing there. So insufficient on that. On the wall. In general, very nice, but crooked, and again, chewing, right, on that one. The send out, the dog basically nice, straight and fast, but the dog should obviously down on command. And the dog kind of like, I know at the end there's probably reward for me, so I just run to the end, right? So then we need the double command there. And then when you come back, the dog anticipates and finishes early. Again, a lot of anticipation, those are things. In the big picture, right, it's not a big deal, but if you really want to work, because those little one here and one there, those add up too, especially if you want to go further later, right? In the down, we need a double command there, get the dog in the down for the long down. But today sufficient, 75 points. Okay, thank you.